I accused my 28M fiance of cheating on me, 26F, and left outhouse. I am not the oop. Oop is you, throw ra girlfriend idiot. I accused my 28M fiance of cheating on me, 26F, and left outhouse. Originally posted to our relationship advice. Trigger warning. Past infidelity trauma. Accusations of infidelity. Emotional abuse. Less than. Original post raw Reddit February 17, 2024. Throw away because I feel really stupid and need advice? My fiance and I have been in a relationship for the last 6 years. Engaged for the last 2 years, and we are about to get married in November 2024. Going to try and not make this long. On Monday I woke up around 2 a.m. to go to the bathroom. As I walked past my fiance's side of the bed, his phone went off with a message. I got curious and looked. The message was from a girl called Angie. The message said it was good to see you again and I had a lot of fun, we should do it again sometime. I took his phone with me to the bathroom and read their chats, nothing sexual or even flirty, but there was a bunch of conversations of meeting up at her place. What they did that day. All the fun they were having. I remember yesterday that I wanted to do something with him but he couldn't as his sister was in town and they have arranged to meet and hang out for months now. He did invite me along but I didn't go. Didn't want to take away from his time with his sister. My thoughts immediately went to him cheating on me and I started to bawl like a baby in the bathroom. My fiance came rushing into the bathroom to see what was going on. I was not as quiet as I thought I was in the end. When he came close to me and asked what was going on, I told him not to touch me. He looked hurt in that moment and took a step back. I gave him his phone and told him explain yourself through my tears. He took the phone, looked and laughed. Then I saw him laughing. I got up and stormed out, locking myself in the spare bedroom. He came to the bedroom and through the door said he was sorry for laughing and tried to explain himself. Before he said anything else I told him to leave. He then left our bedroom. That morning before he woke up I grabbed some of my thing and came to my sister's house. I have been here since Tuesday morning, too afraid to go home. He sent me a message that morning saying he heard and saw me leave but didn't want to stop me because of what happened the night before. Again he said sorry for laughing but the situation was just ridiculous in the moment and his tired brain responded with laughter. I sent back some hurtful thing and that he is a cheater. He responded with, Angie is a nickname for my sister Angelina. He told me to confirm with his sisters if I didn't believe him. And told me check FB and Insta if I need proof because picture were posted of their meetup yesterday. He didn't say anything to the hurtful thing I said to him or anything, but told me the house is open for me to come back anytime I like and when I do we will have a serious conversation about what happened and what will happen going forward. I am scared to go home because I feel like he will be breaking up with me and I don't want that. How can I handle this? I know I was wrong for the way I acted. I acted like a child. I overreact. How can I fix this? What can I do now? Top comments. Chicken Lupe. How did you not put Angie and Angelina together as the sister of the man you were supposedly marrying? Especially when he told you he was meeting his sister and invited you to go. Sorry sis, but this is your own damn idiotic fault. SMH edit. Especially since y'all have been together 6 years? You mean in all that time you've never heard her called Angie? Cute somewhere 2411. Even if you hadn't heard him call her Angie before, you knew that his sister's name was Angelina, which is obviously very similar, and that she was in town and he'd been hanging out with her, and you immediately jumped to assuming he was cheating? I'm sorry, but this is an absolutely buck wild reaction. If he doesn't break up with you, You need to get yourself into therapy ASAP and figure out where this knee-jerk reaction came from. In fact, you really should do that either way, because this level of trust issue in an otherwise stable 6-year relationship is not normal, unless you're leaving out something huge like past infidelity. Oop, nothing like that at all. He has always been loving and never hid anything from me. We know the password to every device each other owns. City Girl Sunflower. I hate to be the asshole, but I'm curious as to why cheating was the first thing you went to. If he's never given you a reason to believe he's cheating, and when he was especially clear about what and who he was going to see, I can't help but feel like there's some projection, guilt on your end. IDK, it just seems insane to me that that's where your mind went to and that's how you reacted. Oop. I was cheated on before by my previous boyfriend and found out in an AP most similar way. Oop makes an edit to the original post. Edit. Before someone asked. I have heard him referring to his sister as Angie in the past, but my brain didn't put it together that night. I have been at my sister's house since Tuesday morning, too afraid to go home, and the only text I have gotten from him so far is asking if I am okay, and good night text. When I tried to talk over the phone, he says we will talk when you are home. He won't be doing it over a phone. The conversation is to be had face to face. Oop updated the following day, February 18th, 2024. Update. I don't know what to do now. My fiance left me. This morning I got ready to go home. Before I left, I had a final conversation with my sister, and she basically said the same as all of you. During our conversation, the doorbell rung and my sister went to have a look at who is here so early on a Sunday. My fiance walked in, and I was actually excited to see him. I went in to hug him, but he pushed me away. I felt hurt in that moment, and he asked to speak to me in private. We went up to the guest room where I was staying. I am not Jiang to say everything we discussed on here, but the short of the story is, he found it very childish for me to run out of the house without talking to him. He said he could forgive all of that because misunderstanding happened. But what he can't forgive is the way I acted and ignored him and hid from him the last week. My insecurities all throughout these years have taken a toll on him, and he is done. The fact that a conversation with his sister caused me to do all of this made him see me in a different light. I did try and explain, and he laughed at me, saying my reasoning is bullshit, as not just he but the whole family refers to his sister as Angie, and I know that. He even brought up instances where I called he Angie myself. I tried to tell him that when I saw the messages my mind just went blank, and he responded with stop making excuses, I am done with this. He then said it better to break up because he doesn't see this relationship Jiang any further. I showed him all my stuff was packed and that I wanted to go home today. He just responded too little too late. He said it as if he was in a movie with no emotions on his face. When he looked at me, all I saw on his face for some reason is pity for me. He said he will be canceling everything, and all the money that I have spent on the wedding so far will be in my account as soon as he gets the refunds. Before he left, he just said, I hope you will find someone that will be able to handle your childishness and insecurities, but that won't be me. He brought all my thing to my sister's house. He and two of his friends unload everything on my sister's lawn and left. What do I do now? I haven't been able to eat the whole day and just keep crying. How can I fix this? I was wrong, I know. But it's not fair that he will dump me because of this. Relevant comments. Render 636. Info. Did you want him to cheat? Why were you so sure he was cheating when you literally know his sister's name is Angie? It sounds like you're almost looking for an out. Just break up with him. He deserves better. ETA. Saw your update. Good on him. WTF do you mean, it's not fair, that he dumped you? I understand what he's saying when he said you're childish. You literally sound like a toddler stomping your feet and saying, "It's not fair." Quote, "It's absolutely fair. You disrespected him and your relationship by accusing him of infidelity, not letting him explain the extremely rational explanation, and then hiding at your sister's house for an entire week just to not face the consequences of your actions. You need real psychological help if you were cheated on over half a decade ago and still use it as an excuse to be controlling, manipulative, jealous, and childish. I hope you learn from this experience and get the help you so obviously need." Oop. I wasn't. I have been cheated on before and my mind just went there. Dat guy Malcolm. I bet you weren't cheated on by this guy, who you've been with for 6 years. Trust goes both ways. Be hopeful that he is looking to work this out, because you need to work on yourself. I'd have dumped you if this is a recurrent theme. Oop. He dumped me this morning and no, I have never thought he would cheat on me. It's just when I saw the text my mind went blank. This is a repost sub IAM, not the oop. Her mind just went blank. For, literally, days? She had a lot of outs to save the situation. It sounds like at the very least if she had gone back home and faced her mistake after she realized what had really happened, that he was willing to forgive her. But she childishly hid from him apparently for days on end with no response. She asked for this outcome repeatedly. Oop was infuriating. Honestly deserved to be broken up with after the way she handled it. Ignored everyone who was telling her to bite the bullet and go home. Before he left he just said, "I hope you will find someone that will be able to handle your childishness and insecurities, but that won't be me. I'd like to call 911 and report a murder. Because that was brutal." The dude parachuted away from the drama. This update was perfect. The consequences fell into her head like an anvil. Thought it would be okay to act like a child and put him under a week of useless stress over nothing. If she wanted to fix anything, she should have returned to him and apologized the moment she realized it was his sister. But no. A whole week of needless drama because she can't deal with adult emotions. I think one of the first things a person understand while maturing is how unfair the world is. And now is yelling, "It's not fair," like a child being denied her favorite toy. Punishing your current partner for the pain your former partner caused you. When has that ever helped in any way? Ah, feels nice being single all of a sudden. Has anyone else noticed a common trend in these posts of misspelling the word going as Jeong? Are these all written by the same person? I like how he explains it's her whole dramatic reaction to the situation. Like if she immediately processed it and said "I'm so sorry" and brought up the trauma and knee-jerk reaction. It seems like he'd been okay. It's not always in your control when you have a fight or flight panic response, but the beginning of the end is oop telling him to leave. At least in this particular instance. I'm sure there's been other things piling up before this broke that camel's back. My mind just went blank. I suspect that's its natural state. I think what gets me is that the sister's name is Angelina. He even said she herself has called her Angie. How did you not put 2 and 2 together, especially when he said he was going out with his sister? She added 2 and 2 and got 50. It's good he left because that was just too much. I'm not going to lie. My favorite posts are when people torpedo their lives due to their own stupidity. This one was beautifully done. You know what? I think I like him. This girl is not ready for a serious relationship. She has to sort her issues first. My mind went blank. Girl, your mind didn't go blank for days. You just could even apologize. She sounds like she's never had to utter the words in her life. Dude really dodged a bullet. Imagine if she raised daughters the same. He saved the rest of the world of having to deal with that in that future as well. I don't even think she actually thought he was cheating. I think she just wanted to throw a tantrum and cause drama. He told her he was going to hang out with his sister. He invited her to come hang out with his sister. He and everyone in the family, including Oop, call the sister Angie. She read the texts and saw there was nothing sexual. She refused to let him explain in the moment. She purposely left the next morning without letting him explain. There's no way she didn't know. She just saw an opportunity for crazy and let crazy take the wheel. She's 26 and they were together 6 years. 100% guaranteed the cheating ex she has trauma from was her high school boyfriend. So no wonder he called her childish. She's acting like senior year happened a couple weeks ago. I'd be offended AF if a current partner not only projected an ex's actions onto me, accused me of cheating with my own sibling when her idiot self knew my sibling's name, probably has done silly goofy stuff like this before, and refused to come home or talk to me for an entire week. He was smart to leave her alone. Oop knew when she goes back that her relationship will be over. She just never thought he would come to her sister's place to break up there. I would love to know what her definition of fair is.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.